Hey, this is Wade with Bull Outdoor Products, and I thought I'd make this quick video on how I use the gas-fired pizza oven. The great thing about the gas-fired pizza oven is you don't have the hassle of using wood, starting a fire, dealing with coals and ashes. It's super convenient, and it produces exquisite pizzas. We've had this pizza oven on high for about a half an hour. It does take some time, but that's time allowing the pizza oven to equilibrate the heat. So one of the keys to making a great pizza is having the right equipment, and one of these pieces of equipment is the infrared thermometer. The infrared thermometer tells us what the temperature of the stone is, and we need to know that information because the name of the game is to cook the bottom at the same time as you cook the top, so you get that perfect pizza. We've had this pizza on for about a half an hour. It takes a while for it to equilibrate, to just make the hearth of the oven and the stones at the same temperature. During that time, pour yourself a glass of wine, cold, refreshing drink, hang out with your family. But usually it takes about a half an hour for it to get up to temperature, depending on the ambient temperature outside. Once it gets up to about 650 degrees, and you're pointing the gun right at the stones. Right now, mine's at 645, 652 right there, 60. So we're good. So now we want to turn it down to low and just kind of let it sit for 5 minutes. That's going to let the dome cool off, because the way the stone is heated is that the flame is in the back. The heat source reflects off the top of the pizza oven back down onto the stone, thus heating the stones. So right now, because it's taken a half an hour for those stones to heat up, the top of that oven is really, really hot. So if you immediately try to cook a pizza, you're probably going to have a burnt pizza topping. And if you're into that, that's great. It'll make the best burnt pizza topping you've ever had. But for those of you who want a more traditional style pizza, just wait at least 5 minutes before putting your pizza in, and it's going to just cool out that dome, and everything's going to be equal as far as the stone and the top. So right now I'm going to make my pizza. Okay, I like to make my pizzas right on the pizza peel. Little AP flour. I like a little semolina. I think semolina just gives it a little texture that's kind of cool and interesting. Here's my pizza dough. I will link a description to the recipe that I used. The key about making pizza is that you're basically pushing the gases out towards the edge of the pizza. So as you see, I'm kind of moving my hands from the center out to the edge of the pizza. There's no need to pick it up yet. Sometimes I pick it up, and then once you get it out to that size, then I kind of bring my hands down. This is a very fresh dough, so it's a little stretchy, as you can see, very thin. This is a New York thin crust, so that's what we're doing. And you can see I got a little bit of air. I'm gonna take that out, and then so I got a nice little round pizza. Next, what I'm gonna do is do a little shimmy shake. The shimmy shake is really important because that tells me that the pizza is not going to cling to the board when I take it off. Next, I just use a canned Italian imported whole tomato for a base. This is just what I like. It just kind of, good Italian food is always simple, and you want to be as simple as possible. Not adulterating anything, and just tasting the flavors of what's in front of you. So that's the base of the sauce. And then we're going to hit it with a little mozzarella. Sorry for the bad accent. The really key important thing when making a pizza is knowing the architecture of the pizza. You cannot load your pizza up with a ton of ingredients and expect to have a great pizza. This is not going to happen. You want to keep it minimal, keep it right. So I'm going to throw some bacon on here because I believe everything tastes better with bacon. But that's just me. Where I'm from, it's tomato country, and the tomatoes are running. So I'm going to throw some of my tomatoes that I grew in my garden on here. These are just nice cherry tomatoes, just freshly picked today. Not too much, not too much. Next, some oregano. This is some fresh oregano I have also growing in my garden. This is gonna, I like to finish with a little bit of some lemon pepper. Give it a little kick. It's Turkish pepper. It's got a great amount of flavor. So then afterwards we'll finish with basil once it comes out, because if you cook basil, it just turns black and doesn't look so nice. So also I'm gonna hit it with a little cracked black pepper. Finish with a little EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, and on to pizza. So another tip on this is that because we turned our oven so low, you want to be careful not jerking the door away really quickly. You could extinguish the flame. Not a big deal. Just follow the lighting instructions again. You know, bring it back up to high. Use the ignition button, and you should be good to go. Turn it back down to low after, and you're all right. So the way I do it is I just kind of get one corner, bring it out, and then just slowly bring it out. Again, give it a little shimmy. You want to make sure that when you get that pizza in that oven, it's not going to pull apart. I'm just going to slide off the pizza, put it in, not too far. You want to keep it about, you know, see it's about 2 inches, 2.5, 3 inches away from that back wall, because that back wall is like, that's where the flame is, that's where it's going to get the hottest. After about 3 minutes, we're going to turn it a little bit, slowly again, opening up the door, and then I use this bull turner to just kind of get that back edge. See how that back edge is beautiful? We're not too far off. It's probably only another minute and a half, if that, to cook the pizza. I mean, every pizza oven, depending on what your temperature is, will cook different, so it's hard to tell you, like, it's going to take this long. But usually after 3 minutes at this, you know, temperature setting, you know, I turn it around 180 degrees. I see that back side is nice and golden brown. That means that we didn't have it so close to that back area. Remember, it was about 2.5, you know, 2 inches from that back area. Check it out. And that looks pretty perfect to me. I don't know. Underside, hot. Looking pretty good, golden brown. And I just like to finish it with some ripped fresh basil. Just take it, kind of rip it up, throw it on there. I mean, ripping up really actually kind of gets those oils that are in the basil going, and that's all the aromatics and nice fresh. I mean, this is looking beautiful. Like, I am so hungry right now. There you go.